Hey there, Tara Cherie here, and in today's topic, we're going to discuss how do you know if you're abnormally grieving? In other words, if it's more of a complicated grief situation. And here are a few, red flags, or what I would consider signs, I should say, of complicated grief. And what that would look like is, blaming yourself for that person's grief. Like, if only you could have saved them, or only if you could have done this different, they would still be here with you. Okay, if you're still in disbelief, like you are still in denial, you can't come to the realization that really this person passed on, okay? Or let's say it's not even a person, but you're still in disbelief that you lost your job, you broke up from a relationship with somebody that you really, really loved, okay? It could apply to any traumatic situation in which case you experience some form of loss, okay? Maybe it's that you're numb to the situation altogether and you can never come to the point of experiencing what I would call like a fluid emotion of, anger, resentment, even having tears, or just being able to process and work through that grief, okay? Maybe it's that you're preoccupied with that job or that situation or that relationship or that lost loved one, okay? Like, in other words, you fixate, it completely consumes your mind, you cannot get your mind off of it no matter what you do, okay? Maybe it's that, you're still in the denial phases itself, and you're still thinking that somehow this job is going to come back to you, this person's going to come back to you, or that this loved one didn't pass on, okay? Or if they did, maybe you're preoccupied with how exactly they passed, okay? You're still stuck on that. Maybe it's that you are no longer finding meaning to your life because everything you do reminds you of that person, okay? And that's normal for a period of time, but I'm talking about an extended amount of time. I mean, there's no timeline on grief itself. I mean, some people, it takes 3 to 6 months, some people 6 to 12 months, some people it takes quite a number of years, okay? But the idea is that you're able to experience more positive memories over time than negative memories or experiences. So that brings me to another point. If you're not able to experience anything positive about that person or that situation, that's also another red flag. Or let's say that you feel that you have lost your sense of purpose or well-being, or you feel like you can no longer or at all enjoy any sort of activity that you once enjoyed. That is also a red flag that maybe you need to seek out some additional resources or reach out to your contacts or your loved ones, because not wanting to move on at all, get out of bed, being super depressed or anxious, or maybe it's that you don't even know anymore what your sense of purpose is. Maybe you wish that you would have passed on when the loved one passed, or maybe it's that you don't feel like living and moving on anymore because that person broke up with you and you loved them so much. Maybe it's that you lost this job and this was like your favorite job and you can't believe that for so many amount of months or years you lost this position when you loved it so much and that was your life and you felt fulfillment and purpose with that, okay? These are all signs that maybe there's something more there. And there are several ways. Like, if you just can't bring your mind out of it, no matter what you read, what you do, who you contact for support, or, maybe it's that you just can't, you don't feel like yourself. In other words, you are experiencing prolonged anxiety, depression, and it's not just, I'm a little sad still because of my loss. I'm talking significant loss, can't get out of bed, or don't want to do anything or see anybody type of loss. And it goes on and on and on and on for an enormous amount of time. Then I would encourage and recommend potentially looking at hiring a coach that can help you with a strategy or that can help you implement some sort of action plan to help you work through that grief. If that's something that you want to explore, please get in contact with me, let me know, and I can help you out with that. Or if you're looking for a licensed professional, whether faith-based or not, or maybe secular, either way, there's some really great counselors out there or therapists that specialize in grief. I encourage you to seek out those resources. Also, there's grief share programs online in local hospital settings. And if you don't want to go to a hospital setting, but you want to go to a different location, there are all sorts of locations in your area that can help you out with that. And I would highly recommend and encourage you to be able to, even if at first you're just listening, sometimes it's good to listen to other people and how they're processing grief. And then finally, you'll get to a place that you can start expressing that grief, or they can help link you to the appropriate resources to get the help that you specifically need, because there's nothing like feeling stuck and in limbo after a great significant loss. And you deserve to live your best life truly. I hope that these tips have helped you today. If you have any questions or would like to connect, reach out to me as always. And until next time, bye for now.